I ask for eyes that see, ears that hear, and a heart full of understanding. And I thank you for the messages that come through. And I ask that you deliver them to those that need them. Thank you. Okay, we've got some messages, 3 piles, and we're going to pick some charms to choose your pile. So, first pile is Dream. Second pile is Fearless. And the third pile, yep, on this one, okay. Oh, is Warrior. So those are your choices. Dream, Fearless, and Warrior. Go ahead and pick your pile. If you need to, go ahead and pause, and I will see you there. Thanks. Okay. Dream pile, pile 1. There's your charm. Let's see what your messages are. I was told to only do 3 cards this time, so we'll see what happens with that. They might be really in depth or it might be short. We'll see. Oh wow, we've got energy exchange. We have the Sun of 417 hertz, card number 16. And this is card number 8. Interesting. And we have Karmic Justice. Wow. This is feeling strong. Very strong. Okay. Okay, I took a moment to read because I very rarely use this deck, and in all honesty, I don't have all the knowledge of the hertz and sound waves and all that stuff and how everything works. So I wanted to dive into that a bit. Oh. So my immediate thought with the Sun card is, it is strength, it is what gives us light. It is what basically our entire day and how our time and all that is based on the sun. When we get up and how the world turns and how the sun hits different spots, and even our farmers have to use the sun to grow, right? So it's such a powerful card. It's such a strength card. And it makes me think of this energy exchange where there is a lot of energy that we get from the sun. Now, are you the sun or are you receiving from the sun? Or is it both? Could be both. I do feel that your pile is calling you to come to balance with something. There is an exchange happening that is not balanced. Either you're giving too much or they're giving too much. Because that's really what this card is about. Karmic justice is about having an equal exchange. Having, even if it's of different natures, it's the worth is still equal. So there's something in your relationship with somebody. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It doesn't be romantic. It can be platonic. That's unequal and is calling for balance. And maybe that's a big discussion you get to have. I do feel that for some of you, first of all, communication is key, right? We all know that. But I am gonna say that I was quickly reminded that some of you, it doesn't have to be a big conversation. It could just be taking a step. in the right direction. And if maybe you've realized you might be receiving a lot more than you're giving, just take a step in that, give more, right? Or if you believe that you're the one that's giving more than receiving, hold back a tiny bit. It's okay to do that. I do though, strive for communication. I want to always make that kind of your top priority. It can be really difficult for some people to talk, but it's so important. It's so important that we understand each other in any relationship. Okay, now we're connecting this dream charm. What is your dream? Okay. All right. So first thing we're covering is more goal oriented. Not so much talking about actual dreams you're having, but what is it you want to accomplish? What is it you're putting your energy into? This card also comes as a affirmation, saying that because it's karmic justice, that you will receive back for what you put out there, right? So what you've been working on, it will come back to you. It will find its way and give you its answers. So that you don't feel like you've just been working at nothing, right? Sometimes we do. We wonder if we're on the right path or not, which I personally believe we're always on the right path because we can learn from everything. There are things we do that are, have consequences. Sure, this is extreme. It's not right to murder. That's terrible. But you're still living your life and therefore you're on your path because you're going to learn from it. I'm not encouraging murder. Oh, God. Sorry. Okay, back to this. So, two things so far are some kind of relationship that you have. Try and make sure it's equal, make sure it's balanced. The other thing is what you've been working on is going to start coming back to you. And then let's cover actual dreams. What do we have for that? What do we have for dreams? I'm hearing to remind you that you don't need to pay attention to every single little dream you have. Some of them are just working things out, right? You just need to let it be. There will be dreams that have more meaning, and those are the ones you need to pay attention to. And those are the ones that stick with you. Like, you're not going to forget them, right? They stick with you. And I am hearing that there is some energy exchange happening for you in your sleep. An example of this, a really simple example, is that when we sleep, we are restored, right? Our body gets its rest that it needs and we can be restored. That is an energy exchange. But you can go further. You could say that there's some kind of spiritual work happening, metaphysics happening. Maybe your guardian angels, your spirit guides, whatnot, are giving to you while you're asleep, because it's the best time for them to do so. There's less noise in the way, right? I am going to mention, do you see how this person is kind of holding themselves, right? And it almost looks like their hair is wrapped around this bright light. This is speaking of having your own spiritual stability, finding the inner light within yourself, not relying on others. When you have this strength, there is a peace within you a lot of the time. You are able to go through difficult things a bit easier. You can't really be manipulated because you've got this inner strength. And I don't know, because again, general reading, so it's different for everybody, but I think some of you are already there, and I think some of you are kind of lacking this. You haven't gone through the moment in your life where it's been reached yet. And I say yet, you will get there. You will get there. Perhaps that's the thing that's happening that is coming towards you. Yeah. Anything else? Any specifics you would like to give them? Okay. Remember, general reading, so this is very specific, so some of you this is not meant for, but I'm hearing honor your mother. Honor your mother. There's a reaction to that. That might be a really difficult path for you. So I'm encouraging you to sit with that, meditate on it, talk to your guides about it, feel your heart out, go as deep as you possibly can with that. What does it mean to you to honor your mother? Why is there a reaction to it? Some relationships can be very difficult, but it doesn't mean how do I say this? Don't lower yourself by being petty or critical. Everybody has their life, right? Everybody has their experiences. Can you see your mom's experiences as her own? Can that help you? How can you reframe your relationship so that you are better able to honor her? And again, what does that mean to you? What does honoring your mother mean to you? Because maybe that in itself, I don't know, maybe look up the definition of honor. What does it mean to respect? What does it mean to, like, it doesn't mean you have to constantly obey, right? It's what is honoring? Okay. Anything else? Any other specifics, please? Nope. Okay. All right. We're at a close. So that has been your reading pile 1, my dream pile. I hope it's been a blessing for you. I truly hope that you feel seen and loved, treasured, heard, understood. All right. Bye, guys. See you next time. Okay. Fearless, pile 2. It's your charm. You were the pile that got 2 of these cards. I was really guided to not pick out a lot of cards this time around. I don't know exactly what that means. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's a little more in-depth. Maybe, well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we've got Virtual Fog. Ooh, card number 35. We have Epsilon Modulation. Card number 28. And then we have safe travel and intuition. Huh. Okay. I am going to take a moment and read up on this card. I very rarely use this deck. So give me a sec. Okay, so I actually want to read you a paragraph from Epsilon. It's they just say it way better than I could. So here it goes. Gather your energies and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms rather than trying to force yourself to keep pace with external cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. There's a lot in your reading so far is really calling you to be less of the world, just within the world. This virtual fog talks about being on like devices too often, screen time, all that kind of stuff. To choose what is more natural. It talks about the confusion that can happen with if you're on a device and the light from it and how it's artificial light, but it tricks your brain into thinking that it's natural light. And then you don't get the sleep you need and yada, yada, yada. But along with this card, I really think that it's really talking about going within, relying more on your own inner power and strength and spirituality than it is on the outside world. Which actually, this is kind of similar to pile one. And then you've got your intuition here as well, which is kind of what that's covering. I do want clarification on safe travel. This is not coming up immediately for me. Is there anything specific you want to? Okay. What I'm seeing, they told me to actually just look at the card, not worry so much about the word safe travel, but look at the card. What I'm seeing is you've got these tumultuous waves, like this tidal wave is happening, but you're flying over it just fine, right? You're this bird. You're flying over what's going on here. Two versions. Sorry, there I just felt the divergence there. That's one version. The other is that you're carrying this. It's heavy. It's a lot because there's confusion and it's volcanic, tumultuous. It's so much. Which is where I believe this comes in. They're calling you to be meditative. This card talks about the race of like the turtle and the hare race where the rabbit thinks it has all the time in the world and because it can go so fast and the turtle just kind of keeps pace. And that's you. Go ahead, tune into meditation, tune into your heart. What is your heart saying? And when I say heart, I don't mean emotions. I think that a lot of us get that confused. I still get confused. But it's really your soul center. What's at your center? To follow that. Yeah, okay. Your intuition can lead you that direction as well. I'm seeing now currently a listening in. I'm seeing this person waiting for answers, clairaudience. Maybe a lot of you are able to hear like I am. That's okay. Okay, I'm being encouraged to tell you to give your heart the chance to speak. Oof. Wow, that just hurt my soul center. So that hit that's for somebody. Um, ooh. Okay. A way to do this is I'm trying to give you a practical step you can actually take. Sit with yourself, quiet yourself, and tell yourself, tell your heart, I would like for you to speak to me. Whatever you want to say. And then let the imagination happen, right? That's how oftentimes imagination can be used for communication with our guides, with ourselves. So let your heart speak to you. Sit down and talk with it. Give it a chance. See what comes up. Don't judge it. Don't have any judgment towards it. Just let it do whatever it's going to do. Give it its space to have. Okay. And now we're coming back to this and fearless. We have, for the ones that are flying over, you're just soaring over the mess in a specific message. Okay. What I have is hold on to hope. That is what helps you to be fearless. I also saw that just because you're flying over doesn't mean you're not involved at all. It can still, the waves can crash and can still spray up and touch you. So you still are affected. It's just a bit less so than being in it fully. And I'm seeing now a visual of angels carrying you. Like they're the ones that picked you up and are soaring you over the mess. So when it does touch you a little bit and have its effect on you, hold on to that hope. You have hope. Is there anything else? Anything specific? Touching once again upon the imagination thing. I've got the third eye here. And intuition. Some of you need discernment. Life is so tricky, isn't it? Really is. What do we put our trust in? What do we take everything in that you receive, right? You take it all in, but we do not put absolute trust in everything. So some of you are needing to let go a little bit with it, and some of you are needing to dive in more, and that will be for you to figure out. Obviously I can't tell you who's who here. Check in with your heart and see which direction you're supposed to go. I would suggest that everybody asks for discernment, it's good to know, to constantly have discernment and to check in with your heart to know if something is really truly what you need to look at within the imagination or the visuals that happen or whatever it is that is happening that's metaphysical or spiritual, um, to, yeah, reach that heart space again and just check in. Feel at peace. Even if something is really difficult, you can still have a peace about it. So I feel like that's a helpful suggestion for some of you, that with discernment, if one thing, even if it's difficult, you have this like feeling inside of you of it's okay. Like it'll be okay. I can get through this, or this is the way it needs to go. A stability to it. There's a security to it, a stability. Okay. Anything else? Anything specific? All right. This is so, it's a bit superficial, but maybe there's some people here that really love makeup, and I keep being drawn to the eyes and the green color. And so I did just here to share, try green. Try green eyeshadow. See what you think. It's for somebody. All right. That is it. So much love to you guys. I hope this was a blessing for you, and I truly hope that you feel seen and heard and understood and cherished and loved. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, pile 3, Warrior. This time around, I was really encouraged to do just a few cards. We'll see how in depth they go. We have got Sacred, oh wow. Wow. Sacred Union, card number 24. Holy moly, you guys. Magnetism of Eros, card number 1. And Healing Energy. Holy moly, moly, moly. Yeah. There's a lot to this. I've actually got chills right now. Whew. Okay. I am going to take a moment and read up on this one because I very rarely use this deck. So give me a moment. I will be right back with you. Okay. I just got to read this too because it's beautiful. Okay. This is the Magnetism of Eros card. Trust in what your heart yearns for without concern about how it will manifest. Take steps toward that which moves your heart. Reach out for what your soul wants and needs. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, for only then can you be truly held. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you realize. The magnetism of Eros is our soul's fascination with that which appears different and calls to us on a deep level. This soul-deep attraction inspires us to remain open, be passionate, and willing to engage with life, other people, and new, vitalizing pathways and practices that inspire us. It keeps us moving on our authentic life path, living by the call of the heart. This oracle indicates that your heart is being called to a particular path or way in life. It may not make logical sense, but to honor the call of the heart is to honor the needs of the soul. Oh, I love that. I love that. Ah, okay. Let's dive into this. So, we have healing energy here. And we have the magnetism of Eros, this base soul way of life, this passion filled, this being alive, being true, being vulnerable. I cannot help but feel that this is really a coming together of a very important person in your life, sacred union. That there is so much healing that can happen when you are both vulnerable and willing and wanting to work together. I see these trees, the roots here of the tree, and then just intertwining together. And here too, you've got these two people that are just so close. Reaching out. So, for those of you that are not in a relationship and this is what you've been looking for, let this card remind you that your heart's desire will come. But do not worry about how it's going to manifest. That's what it specifically said. Do not worry about how it will happen. Because the saying, like, God works in mysterious ways, right? Life is crazy. Life is insane. And maybe this will happen for you in a strange way. If we put limits, if we believe, if we're closed-minded, if we believe that this can only happen a certain way, then how is the universe going to work with you? Because all you're doing is you're putting blinders on yourself, right? You're giving yourself tunnel vision, and you can only look in that direction. But what if this person is over here in this direction? This wonderful match for you. So let go of how it can happen and just trust that Source, Universe, God wants to give you your heart's desire, wants to work that out. This is truly a healing journey for you guys. This is, I feel like I'm right here with you. I will be honest. My wonderful, beautiful partner does not live in the same area I live in, and we are working at coming together, but it is difficult. It is not what I thought I would ever have or want for someone that doesn't live in the same country that I live in, but our love is so strong and so beautiful, and the vulnerability, it has been very healing for both of us. And it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So yeah, for those of you that do not yet have that, do not worry. Do not be concerned. Keep going about your life. Do your things, work your path, and know that it will come. It will come to you. There's another saying, when you stop looking, that's when love shows up. It's true. It's true. Be excited. Be excited for how it can happen. Be curious. What is the universe going to do? Okay, now we're on a different step. For those of you that this is not about a romantic relationship, though I feel that that is the greater message, a sacred union can still be just one that is of huge importance. Something in your life that is really going to make a shift happen. It's, it can be as simple as an example. One of my friends, her parent, their dad died and they were super, super close with them. And so she received as a gift a puppy, and that puppy helped to get her through the grieving process. And there is just this bond between them now that it's just beautiful. And that can be a sacred union. The coming together of two people that are meant to have a moment together, meant to have some kind of shifting life event together. I really like the part about when you are truly vulnerable, that's when you can really be held. So I do feel that this message that can work for everybody here is to do your best to be vulnerable. Don't hide away. Be vulnerable. Let go. Let it out. I want to see this card a little closer. That was weird. Okay. I picked this card up and I started hearing a cat purr, and my cat's not in this room with me. Maybe it was the rain outside, maybe my stomach's grumbling, I don't know, but I heard a cat purr. And that's something that I guess I'm mentioning to you. It's been known that cat purrs are on the same frequency of a healing energy. And so, what is that? Why is that coming up, guys? Because the healing energy card, do some people have cats here? Is that just an encouragement to pet your cat more? Can you please give me clarity on that? Okay. I was straight up told no. No clarity, that I need to just let it go and let it happen. And we don't always get to have understanding, do we? Nope, we don't. So I'm going to trust that was meant for somebody, and you know who you are. Okay. I am now being connected to early childhood, the age of between 1 and 6. I think for some of you there was some really difficult times, and maybe some traumatic things happened, and you've got this wave coming towards you of healing energy. It is coming. That does mean I really want to make sure that we all understand that healing is not easy. It doesn't just happen. We're not blessed suddenly and like, oh, I no longer remember this at all. And ta-da! Healing means going through the pain process. So, in a way, look forward to it, even though it's going to be hard. Because you will get through it. You will step through, and it will be so much easier on the other side. So much easier. And it will be okay. You're not alone. You're not going to be alone to go through this. Okay. Okay, that cleared. I am feeling yep, that's it. And, oh, I hope that this was a blessing for you guys. I hope that you feel loved and seen and heard and appreciated and understood and cherished and all those good things. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.